All right, everybody, just so you know, when you order your FARMERTEC kit from Smelter City, this is how it's going to show up, or from FARMERTEC.com, but I prefer Smelter City. Get your handle, air filter. Here's one bag of all your miscellaneous parts. We'll get into that later. Muffler. Here we've got a bag of all your nuts and bolts and your crank. Now I suggest, if you're wanting to like get this thing built, the second you unwrap this bad boy, go stick it in the freezer right now. That is what I would do. It's not a bad looking piece. This is for my MS440 Dream Saw build here. You got your starter cover, top plastic, filter mount plastic rear. There's the cover for that. Here we've got carburetor. Here's your top end. So I am going to end up running a just a gearhead top end. But just for kicks, we can take a look at what FARMERTEC is shipping nowadays. I heard that the sought-after top end has a D-shaped combustion chamber, a couple of rings. Let's see if we're lucky. Hey, we got the D-shape. That is the good top end. Here's our piston. You see that those casting imperfections on the inside of those ports? I usually take a Dremel and clean all that up, because that is where your so as the piston comes down, the gases get pushed up inside the piston and they come out of these ports into your transfers, like so. That cylinder looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I'm not going to say that it doesn't need a little touch up, but big old wide exhaust port. Somebody's saying that these that they're thinking that some of these might be casted off of pre-ported cylinders. It's possible. It is possible, but this is the sought-after D-shaped combustion chamber. Apparently, the squish band could probably use some work, but it's actually pretty flat. I don't know. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Wrist pin. It's just sitting in my hand. Piston clips. Okay, so they shipped this without the ones with the little tail. That's interesting. I tell you what, these ones though are fucking impossible to get out once you put them in without really kind of marring stuff up if you aren't careful. Here's a flywheel. Be careful. Your Woodruff key is in there, so don't lose that. Here's the frickin' half wrap. We won't be using that. Here's your brake band. Here's the included clutch cover. We won't be using that either. Here's the clutch and drum. We won't be using this because it has a spur sprocket. We want rim sprockets up in this piece. Last but not least, So as you can see, it kind of creates quite the pile here. This will be our coil, all of our rubber. I went to my steel dealer and I got a OEM green fuel line and tank vent. I prefer to do that. Here's our brake band parts, whatnot. Here's our 440 cases. As you can see, seals not in place yet. Another thing that I do, where did I put those bad boys? Here we go. I go ahead and order these highway gaskets and seals. Let me show you guys something else. Oh, that new axe that Papa Aaron sent me. It's like Christmas out here.